when it's time to upgrade the stereo on your old car or truck, you got a lot of options. But when it's time to get serious about your stereo upgrade, you don't have quite as many options. So today we're gonna check out this 13.1-inch Android car stereo as an upgrade to somebody who already picked a bad upgrade and are looking to make it a whole lot better. So by the end of this video, we're gonna see this ASure 13.1-inch car Android stereo system installed on this old Chevy truck. We're gonna see what it takes to do the swap out, and if you don't have an Android system and you're looking at an upgrade, we'll also look at how this might be the good first pick versus, in my case, the third or fourth pick. So let's jump in. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Anton, a power engineer, industrial mechanic, and a Red Seal electrician. We cover all kinds of products and topics in an approachable way for the average everyday person. I'm glad you found us. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. Now, in this truck, we've installed an older Android stereo system, which has been working pretty good, but it's got a lot of problems. It's slow, it's clunky. When I do the Bluetooth calling, it gets kind of weird to where the person can't hear me very well, and the screen's a little small and a low resolution, and on and on and on, obviously. So today what I want to do is take that old system out and put this one in. But before we can do that, we need to even see what this system is and cover some of the specs real quickly. Let's start with a quick unboxing, just see what comes with this thing. So popping this off, we've got a warranty card, we've got a manual, which obviously I'm not going to read, but this will walk you through the interface, it looks like. Tells you how to set up the EQ, steering wheel controls, and all that. But we're gonna look at everything to do with the install in this video anyway, so you probably won't need to read those instructions either. We've got a safety warning in English, and then it looks like we've got the module itself. Now, this thing is massive at 13.1 inches diagonal. It does have, what's that? That's plastic, but it's got an aluminum bezel around here, which is really nice. It's quite premium. The back is your standard Android looking stereo from the back. This is the ASure model brand Kavica ASure. This is the 2025 Q317 in-car radio. There's even an email address on the back there. That's really interesting. So that's the stereo. Now let's see what else is in here. Presumably, this is just going to be a lot of connectors and stuff, and it is. So we've got this. This is going to be very critical to making this work with our existing Android system. It's also got another bezel here, which also I think we're going to end up using. I'll show you guys all of that at the install stage. It does come with a rear view camera, plenty of wiring, some screws for mounting that. We've also got a whole pile of screws, which I think we're going to use a lot of these. It's got the harness for your microphone and your auxiliary in and out and all of that, as well as a whole nother bag of screws. I got 2 bags of screws. It also comes with a microphone. This is a GPS antenna and a few more brackets, which I don't think we're gonna need. Now I know some of you are thinking, well, Anton, it doesn't look like all the wiring is there, and you would be right. You see, you also need to get this with the kit for the vehicle that you have. Now in my case, I'm putting this in a Chevy that they do not have a kit for, but because I am upgrading my existing Android stereo, the connectors are all the same, so it'll swap right in, and I'm going to show that to you guys. But if you are buying it for a car that comes with the proper kit, then we'll have a look at what is included in that box, and that completes the entire collection. So this particular kit is for the Dodge Ram pickup truck, and so this one comes with suitable for a 2013 to 2019 Dodge Ram. So that is this guy right here. Now you guys will notice, those of you who have the older Android Auto system, so this has the standard frame bezel, and then what happens is, where'd that go? That's what this piece here is for. So this slips in here. So if you have the older system, this will just pop into there to adapt it so that the main screen can go right on top of this, and then it works with pretty much any of the old standard kits. But this particular kit also comes with the wiring harness for that Dodge Ram, as well as the decoder box for the steering wheel controls, a speaker for the door chime, and the rest of the harness adapter that's going to interface with the vehicle. So again, if you are installing this into the supported vehicle, then this is the kit that you're going to get, in our case for the Dodge Ram. But since I already have an Android stereo, it's going to be so much easier. So why don't we jump into the install, and then I'll walk you guys through the booting up and some of those features about why this could be the Android stereo that you're looking for. So to start out with, you guys need to see what we're dealing with here. So this is the Android stereo that I'm talking about. It's just your standard, I don't know, this is like 7 or 8 inch screen, nothing fancy. Now, I do want to point out, this is not a video on how to keep your car clean, as you can tell from my dog treats and my water bottle. Pay no attention to that. Pay attention to this stereo. Now, I got this stereo on Amazon, and I've been running it for a couple years now, and it's worked kind of okay, but it's time for that 13.1 inch screen. Now, for me to do this uninstall, really this just pops right out. And I know that because that's how I installed it the last time. But I do need to keep this bracket so that it pops back into this bracket. So I'm gonna have to pull this off, but you're not necessarily gonna need to do that step with your install. I just have to do it with mine. So now is a great time to try out the screwdriver that they gave us with this kit. Hopefully it works for me. So all the screws are out, and now I can save this for somebody else and start to figure out how to install all of these brackets. So this has to be the last thing that goes on. I think I need this, and that's what this guy was for. If I go like that, then that'll go together there. Then this will go together there, and then this, stay with me, is going to install right here, like that. And then it'll just pop right back in there, like that. Now the cool thing is, this is actually adjustable. It's got 3 holes here, so you can install this in any one of those 3 holes. So I think I want it on the highest one, but I just want to test fit just to make sure how I want it. Because if it's on the highest one, it'll block my vents a little bit, but I still can see those. So I definitely need that on the highest one. That's the highest setting, like that. And that is like that. Definitely, because when I'm sitting here, I need to be able to see that. Yeah, that's how that's going to go. This is almost going to be like a Tesla when I'm done with this thing. So I'm going to figure out what I got to screw in. So I guess I just pull this backwards. So now I can figure out which screws I need. And these are, and is this screwdriver long enough to even get down in there? Hopefully that's the right screw. Get another one of those and drop it in this hole right here. Okay, now this goes on there like that, and then I need to make this guy fit on here, so it goes like that and screws in, but that's going to then cover my wires. So I think I need to plug my wires in first. Now luckily, I have all of my wires from my existing Android box. So all I got to do is plug in all of those wires into this stereo. And because I've already got the Android system, the connectors are all the same. So it's just a matter of plugging them all in. The only exception here is one of these was a little different, and it was this guy right here. So let me grab that connector. That's this connector right here is different from this connector. It looks similar, but it's a little different. But all this has is my microphone and my 2 audio outputs. So I'm just going to throw that up there. I'll plug my microphone into this guy like that. And then there'll be a line out here because these are auxiliary in. So I'm going to take the white out into white out and red out into red out. And that is it. That's a huge, huge, huge connector for nothing else. So I need to make sure to plug that in for sure. Now what I want to do is make sure the wires go through this hole. So I'm going to feed all the wires through. Maybe I should go, no, I can't go like that. I'm going to go like this and then plug my camera in to the only connector that it plugs into. And then I'm going to go like this. You just want to make sure you plug it through the hole in the stereo thing there. Otherwise, you won't be able to plug it all in after. So we'll plug that in. I got this guy here. This is my decoder connector. So again, pass it through both of these. Okay, that's plugged in. Hopefully, got my GPS here somewhere. You saw that? This is my GPS cord. So I'm going to run this through all these wires and plug it into the one that says GPS. Now, if you're not going to use the onboard GPS, you don't really need to do this, but it can help a lot with just setting the factory clock and all of that. Talk about a pain. This is not made for people with fat fingers. Wow. Okay, now I got my FM antenna. So let's get that in. This actually comes with an adapter so that it works on your North American stereo. So let's get that guy in. FM antenna. That's really it, except for the main connector plug. So let's get that in, and then we can get this all screwed on. Now it's going to want to power up as soon as I plug this in. So let's do this, and then I'll get you guys a shot of this mess of wires. So this is the adapter mess that we've got. All I've done is just clipped that bracket up out of the way so you guys can see what I've done here. So these are all of the connections that we've added here, and these are all the connections that came with the original Android stereo. All I did was unplug it and then plug it into here. Unplug this and plug it into here. This harness here needed to come for this stereo because it just wasn't compatible. But the main harness right here plugs right in. We've got the same decoder box as before. Got the same antenna. We've got the same GPS signal. And this is a whole mess of wires. We've got the backup camera. It's all the same mess of wires. All I got to do now is just screw this onto this, and then it'll just all pop back in. So even though it looks like a rat's nest right now, it will all go in there in a second. Now that it's all screwed together, I can just clip this on. Now, if you want to do wire management, you certainly can. But there's so much space with these Android stereos that those wires will just kind of find their home, just like that. And now we've got a 13-inch Android stereo. So let's find my car key and we'll turn it on and have a look. First boot. Now I want to pair my phone up to this thing, so I'm just going to do a quick search and pair to the ASure Bluetooth. Now it wants to connect to Android Auto, so I'm going to say yes. Seems like it's ready to go. So I'm going to push CarLink, and then I think it says okay, so it's connecting. And then what I should get is full Android Auto. And just like that, we have 13.1-inch Android Auto. Now, off the bat, I can tell you this screen is massive and it looks absolutely stunning from any angle, from over here and straight on and over there. So it looks really, really good. The nice thing is, for scrolling around, it's actually very responsive. If I want to pull up my Spotify, it works really, really well. Like, it's nice and smooth. There's no glitching, no stalling, no anything. So it works really, really well. Now, I can tell you guys, it sounds great. But if it didn't sound great, we can go like this, we can go home, and then we can go into the EQ, and we will get a full equalizer that we can adjust to sound however we want. And there's a simple EQ for anyone who doesn't want to have to just fiddle with stuff. You can set it to just standard, to soft, whatever. This standard, high, low settings, but you also have a full EQ here where you can adjust all your sound profiles. You can add effects for surround and reverb. You can even turn the bass up a bit. Now, if you've got this far, you may need to do some adjustment for your steering wheel controls. So I want to show you guys that one now. And the big thing here is potentially you're going to have to go into the factory setting. Now it's going to ask for a password. The password is 3368. Confirm. This brings you into the factory settings. Now this is where you pick your car model. Now in my case, my decoder box was an OD, and then I picked my Chevrolet, my GMC, and OD, and then it worked. Since this came as a Dodge truck stereo system, it wanted to do the Dodge truck, so I actually had to change this. Now they pre-programmed it from the factory to be correct for the vehicle that they shipped with, so it should work just right out of the box with your vehicle. But if you're doing like I am with a retrofit, you need to look at the box itself. It'll have a manufacturer information on it, and then you just want to find that manufacturer from this list, and then it'll work perfectly. You don't have to guess, you don't have to move around. The other thing is, there's a ton of other settings in here where you can turn the front mic on and off. That would be the microphone on here. It's right on the side of the box right here. But I've got a microphone set up over here that I use for calls. So I want front mic off. You can have antenna normally on, reversing, I don't want whatever that is. Boot screen logo. So we can change our logo. Currently, Android Auto is the only one, looks like. So we can add another one if we wanted to, but that one's fine. Set screen, we've got front view camera, which I don't have hooked up. Reverse view camera, which I don't have hooked up, but if I flip it in reverse, it does try to get the camera going, which would show you the reverse lines. I don't know if those turn. It doesn't look like they turn, which is okay. But if I had the camera hooked up, you would see your reversing and everything. This is HD. It will integrate with your rear sensors if you have some. I don't have any, so that doesn't work. Local reverse switch, that's what I just showed you. Unknown sources, that's for installing stuff. Volume balance settings. Okay, so we can adjust if the volume is too loud on one of your inputs or too quiet on another, you can adjust it. The standard is set to 5, but that's everything. MCU upgrade, no, we don't want to update our MCU. Home launcher selection, USB error detection. So there's a lot of really cool things on here. TV type, nothing. Video output resolution. So this is if you're running outputs to different monitors or something. And there's just a lot of settings that you can do inside there. There's tons of other settings that you can do as well without needing that password. Default volume switch. I need this on because I always park the car and I'm like jamming out to music. And then when I start my truck in the morning, the neighbors don't like that it's just blasting music. So I'm gonna turn that on. Steering wheel settings. So this is where you can adjust your steering wheel controls if you needed to. So volume up and then push up and then it would program it. Now my settings are all set, so I don't need to change it. But if you needed to adjust your steering wheel settings, this is where you would do that. You can set your navigation app, your fan settings. I wanna leave that on auto, because I don't want it getting hot. And then if you wanted to connect to LAN, you could as well to upgrade it and whatever. There's also some apps installed on this right from the start, YouTube, Spotify, but you need a Wi-Fi connection. Now this does have the ability to add a SIM card, but let's be honest, your phone has data anyway, so why would you want a SIM card to run this thing? So if I connect to Wi-Fi and then open Maps, now it's definitely gonna find me here. And then there we've got Google Maps. That's very, very responsive. It's not really glitchy at all. It glitched a little bit there, but that's because it's trying to ask me if I want to update. So I can tell it, yeah, whatever, go ahead and do an update to Google Maps, sure. And then there's a bunch of other apps. You got a calculator, phone, Bluetooth, maps, music, navigation, whatever, Spotify. Here's the radio app. So you've got pre-programmed stations that you can put in. It's pretty good in that sense. I think there's even more. So you can have 7, 8, 9, 12 per band, but you've also got FM3, FM1, FM2. You've got local, you've got all those, everything that you would want with your radio. I'm not going to use the radio. I use CarPlay. So if I want to go back, I just press CarLink and then it'll say waiting for the device and then connecting. And then it's going to say, there we go. Now we're connected to your phone. So I can leave my phone down here out of the way and have this just playing with this massive, massive screen. So if you're interested in upgrading to one of the best Android stereo systems that I've ever tried, then I'll put a link in the description to where I grabbed this one from. Don't forget, they work for a lot of different makes and models, but even if it's not supported, it might work just fine with a little bit of adjustment, just like you saw us do here. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.